I saw that. Well, it's Friday, February 5th, 2021. Um, Busy day. On the way back, or before I even left, you know, took some photos of um, the fresh flowers that they have out. Some nice ones. And then before I made it back to the house, I went to the park and took some video of the water. You know, different angles, different lengths of video and stuff. But I decided not to put it up because, in contrast to the flowers, which are all bright and colorful and nice looking and clean, um, the videos at the park, the water was just kind of filthy looking, and it didn't. I mean, we've had a lot of rain and precipitation, and so just the water looked kind of nasty. So, and it was just gray and just depressing. So, I mean, the scenery was nice, but just the way it looked on the video, it's like in contrast to the flowers. It's like, I don't want to put that up against the flowers. So I didn't. So I took the video and it's going nowhere, and I'll probably just delete it because, yeah, I don't even see any reason to put it up anywhere because it's just kind of yuck. Yeah. So anyway, it wasn't a waste of time. I still got practice doing what I do, um, new angles and things like that. Discovering little things that I like better than other things, and it's like, oh, I don't like that, or I like this, or this doesn't work, or that works better. Tools for communication. Um, and that was a thought, I guess. It's like everything, you know, it's two-way. So communications, conversation. Without that, it's like there is no dialogue, and without that, there's no understanding. So anyway, I kind of think that I'm just kind of talking to myself, which I mean, I've been doing anyway, and I kind of already knew, and I was okay with. But and now I'm just kind of working with momentum. That, well, I started doing this based on a feeling and a belief. Well, I'll just keep doing it. Um, I have no reason to not believe, um, but I just feel like my basic phrase for it is I'm losing the plot, and it's like maybe something's changed and I just don't know it, and so it's like I'm working with old intelligence. It might not have been bad intelligence, or it might have been, I just didn't know it then either. But now it's gotten old intelligence, so there's been no update. Nothing directly to me. I mean, there's information, but it could be about anything. It could just be imaginative, creative writing, meant for no one, and it's not supposed to be identified and read into, and it's just, and it has nothing to do with me, and it's not about me, and all that stuff. So it's really nice poetry, and it's really, it's a very lucky imaginary person um, that has, these things being written about them, but they don't exist. So it's a little sad. And I'm a little jealous of the imaginary person, which is just, yeah. So that sense of rejection, because I'm not, the imaginary person is, ideal. And, the concept, the idea, the dream, and reality can never, fulfill that. And And also reality requires, attention and communication and work and, lots of other things too. So, the imagination, it's like, you can think about it and then not think about it. And it just, or you write about it or not write about it. It's there, on demand, So, but living people, we are how we are. Anyway, so I have more thoughts, but I have my notes. So that's why I have my notes. So I don't have to remember everything. But I'll probably do some writing later. This is just to make something for today. And I should have brought my notes with me because I had some thoughts. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Right. And I'll write about this too, with more detail, and I'll have thought about it, and I will have rested on it, and, I've got something to work off. How do you measure the quality, the nature, the value of belief? Action in the face of adversity and uncertainty. And I'll go from there. Because it was just, a question where it's like, when there's doubt or fear or hesitation or anything like that, questions, arise, and, well, what do you do? It's like, how strong is the belief? Is the belief, is it a faith? Is there faith in whatever? How strong is that? When do, it's like when tested, when put up against, any obstacle, will it withstand? Will it hold? And, that sort of thing. And my thought on it is, how do you measure it? Can you measure it? Should you measure it? By what right do we measure, people, and then find them of merit or of less than merit? And it seems unnecessary from my perspective. And I mean, it's a thought, but I tend to prefer action, so it's like, don't listen to my words, watch what I do, because I can say a bunch of nice things, but then there's no action behind them. So I tend to do things, and then I might talk about them. And then if I do say things that or mention things or talk about them, and then pretty soon after you see something that resulted as the action that came out of that thought. So it wasn't just something that was said just because, or just thrown out there like, this would be a really nice thing, and then there's the follow through. There's the action that backs it up, makes it real. That's the thing. So, action in the face of adversity and uncertainty. I guess that's how you measure belief. How far is one willing to go, and what is one willing to do, and that kind of thing. Within reason, you know, I think. It depends on what we're talking about anyway. But I guess my belief is strong enough to continue to do what I'm doing, and it's not a vain hope. You know, nothing is in vain. You know, it's just a why not? I prefer to believe than to not believe. And, you know, if I'm wrong in the end and all this was for nothing because I was reading into it stuff and nothing, then it's not the first time. So I'd like to say that I've gotten used to the heartache and devastation and that sinking feeling in the chest when it's like, oh. But no, I haven't gotten used to it. And I think that's a good thing. Because when I get used to stuff like that, then that's the problem. So being able to be devastated and destroyed and bouncing back. I get better at what I practice. So there's that. Great. So I don't know. But I get better at what I practice. So great. I'm in a very, very mellow, reserved mood right now. Just a little bit, well, a lot of it frustrated with myself for not understanding. It's like maybe it would be clear to somebody else, but I'm not somebody else. I'm just me. So, but I did notice what I thought was a change, because I'm looking for a change, a sign of something, anything to give me a signal that, you know, yes, keep doing what you're doing. It's appreciated. I just can't talk right now. But please keep doing what you're doing. Stick around. That's what I'm looking for. You know, something clear. But I'm getting just more and more riddles and puzzles and poetry. But it could be about anything or anyone or about no one or nothing. It could be just happenstance, circumstance, coincidence. It's nothing to do with it. I'm looking for something, so I'm finding it. But in reality, I made a change on my end of how I'm approaching, and it's just like it had nothing to do with what I saw afterwards. So there was no correlation. There's no causation or correlation. It's just me reading into it what I want to read into it, which is good. I'm reading into it good things. You know, it's what I want to see because it's the reality I'd prefer to live in. You know, but it has to be a shared reality. So if the other person doesn't want it or is not interested, then it's like, well, they have their reasons. They're allowed to have, so it's like, yeah. So I've never lived their life before, and I've never been them before, or thought the way they think before, or felt the way they feel before. So I really can't say what's going on. And I've never, all that stuff. No, so I don't have any idea, really. I just have a sense. And I've lost that sense. I had a sense. I had what I felt was a pretty good sense, but I've lost it, that connection. And I've tried to keep it, kept it going, but now it's gotten so diffuse that I can't you know, it's difficult. So, but still trying. And I guess, I have other things going on too, as far as like things that are, you know, unknown. Like, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on here. This is bothering me. This is stressing me out. These are weighing on me. It's like, just, I have too many unknowns floating around right now. I mean, when don't I have too many unknowns floating around? But this is one that it's like, I'd really like some understanding on it, or just, something. I don't know. I'm tired. So, anyway, I guess that's all I got. Otherwise, I'll just, start bemoaning and belaboring the same points over and over again. And that doesn't do me any good. So, and I can't even imagine. It's like, if what might be true is actually true, what will I do then? What then? I've never. It's like, who knows? Sky's the limit. It's a little scary. It's a little exciting. But that is, it's a possibility. It's a very real possibility. I might be totally wrong, though. I'm just, yeah, so. Okay.